What is going on, guys, and welcome to another video with your host, as always, K-Mac time. And as I'm sure you all already know, Deadpool is blowing up the box office and taking the world by storm. Hell, I've already seen the movie 3 times, and each time I go back, I catch more and more Easter eggs. This movie is actually chock full of them from beginning to end, so let's go ahead and take a jump into this and take a closer look. But before we do that, I do want to give out the spoiler warning. There are going to be some few minor spoilers, but without that, let's go ahead and jump right into number 100. The X in Fox is not lit in the beginning of the movie. Now, they usually did this in X-Men, where the X of the Fox logo would stay lit for an extra second after the movie started. But in this movie, in Deadpool, it's not lit up at all. Number 99, flying around in the car in the slow motion sequence is a coffee cup with the name Rob L written on it. This is the first of several references to Deadpool's creator, Rob Liefeld. Number 98, in the wallet of one of the goons Poole is beating up in the opening scene is a portrait image of what is meant to be Ryan Reynolds' character Hal Jordan from the 2011 movie Green Lantern. Number 97, in amongst all the paraphernalia in the flipping car and the opening scenes in the slow motion is a 2010 edition of a magazine that declared Ryan Reynolds the world's sexiest man alive. Number 96, there also is in that same scene a Hello Kitty lip balm in the car. The only other account that Deadpool is following on Twitter is Hello Kitty. We also see more Hello Kitty gear from him later on in the movie. Now, this is going to cover numbers 96 through 86. The opening credits are one massive inside joke, so there's a lot of cool stuff happening in them. The full list is like this. A credits list that some douchebags film. A God's perfect idiot, which is meant to be Ryan Reynolds or Deadpool. A hot chick, which is the Vanessa or Marlena Barkan. A British villain, which is Ed Skrein or Ajax. Comic relief, which is TJ Miller. A moody teen, which is Brianna Hilbrand. An entirely CGI character, which is Stefan Kiplik or Colossus. A gracious cameo, which is Stan Lee. It also says it's produced by Ass Hats, which is Lauren Schroeder Donner, Simon Kinberg, and Ryan Reynolds. It is also said that written by a real team of heroes, which is Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese, and directed by some overpaid tool, aka Tim Miller. Number 85, Deadpool is actually shown wearing an Adventure Time watch. Number 84, Shoop by Salt and Pepper, which is the song featured many times throughout the movie, was released the same year that Deadpool got his own miniseries back in 1993. Number 83, there's a few humorous references to Wolverine in the movie, but none are better than this. Deadpool turns to the audience and reveals that the reason he got his own film was because he blew someone important whose name rhymes with Pulverine. Number 82 should be obvious to anyone who's followed Deadpool from its conception, but the opening car chase scene is direct recreation of the action scene shown in the test footage that leaked back in 2014 and motivated the whole movie to get made in the first place. It certainly feels like a nice tip of the hat to all the fans who pushed for the film to be created. Number 81, while fighting in the car, Deadpool's head is smashed into the radio, switching up the radio station. One of the channels it jumps to is, if only for a split second, is playing the iconic scene transition from the Adam West Batman TV series. That is not the last we'll hear of early era live action superheroes though. Numbers 80 and 79. All the street signs in an opening action sequence are actually references to various people involved in Deadpool, either from the comics or the movie. Fabian Nicieza, co-creator of Deadpool, they're also a Liefeld street sign referring to Rob Liefeld. Numbers 78 through 74. Now that's just the beginning of the road sign references. Several also allude to the special effects coordinators, including O'Rourke Road, which is Patrick Thomas O'Rourke, Shazam Circle, which is Tamar Shazam, and Silver Avenue, which is Scott Aaron Silver. There's also a Miller Street, which is a reference to the movie's director, Tim Miller. And lastly, there is a Parker Boulevard, which is a clear nod to Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. Number 73, 12 Bullets of Christmas. He only has 12 bullets in the bridge fight, an allusion to the 12 Days of Christmas, which is a very reoccurring theme throughout the movie. Number 72, Xavier's school appears several times throughout the movie. Negasonic Teenage Warhead references X-Men Apocalypse. As her and Colossus head out to apprehend Deadpool, she comments that the X-Mansion is blown up every other week, which in Apocalypse, the next X-Men movie, as seen in the trailer, we actually see the mansion blow up for the first time on film. The X-Jet also makes an appearance in the movie. It has also appeared in every X-Men movie so far except for Wolverine's origin, so it makes sense that it shows up here as well. Number 69. The time jump mimics comic book storylining. The first hour of the movie is one big action sequence intercut with extended flashbacks dealing how Wilson became Deadpool. This is very similar styling of comic books and how they are written. Number 68. Sister Margaret's is a nod to an obscure comic book character. Weasel's bar is called Sister Margaret's, a badass nun. Sister Margaret appeared in the future set X-Men 2099 as a member of the Sisterhood of the Howling Commandments. Number 67 and 66, more Rob Liefeld references. When Wade first walks into Weasel's bar, one of the patrons shouts out of nowhere, "Fuck Liefeld." That man, of course, is the creator of Deadpool. And on top of that, his name appears on the Deadpool board alongside Wade, Weasel, and Buck inside the bar. Number 65, Wade's past is a direct quote from Origins Wolverine. When Wade says to Weasel he has become a mercenary to, quote, travel to far off exotic places, meet new and exciting people, and kill them, he is actually quoting the Origins version of his character verbatim. Number 64, in the comics, Deadpool got his name from a betting pool various scientists working on Weapon X had about which subjects would survive or die first. The film both honors that but takes its own twist on it. There is still a Deadpool, but it's in Weasel's bar, not the Weapon X base. Still a way better way than how to justify it than they did in Wolverine. Number 63. Fat Gandalf is actually Bullet. Now, when we're introduced to Deadpool, when Wade tries to get a character known as Buck killed. While in the movie, the only other name the character goes by is Fat Gandalf, this character appears to be a movie version of the character Bullet, a covert government agent and once Deadpool comic villain who later fights against the X-Force. Number 62. When on his first date with Vanessa, Wade gets all the balls in the holes and wins skee ball, using the tokens to buy a Voltron Defender of the Universe ring. More than just a pop culture shoutout, Deadpool uses the Voltron team-up as a metaphor for him, Colossus, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead at the end of the film. Number 61. Deadpool says he looks like he was bit by a radioactive Shar-Pei. Not only a fucking great metaphor, seeing Deadpool use the full context of his intelligence, but it serves as another nice wink towards Spider-Man. Number 60. In Wade's apartment, there's a model of the past version of Deadpool, where he's a model of him stitched up topless and a mess of a character. An honest reminder of how much Fox fucked this character up in the past. Number 59. After finding out he has cancer, Wade's initial reaction is to get out and avoid subjecting Vanessa to a heartbreak of his death. He tries to convince her the only way he knows, through references. He claims that he'll see her in the next life, whilst he's standing outside her room with a boombox, which is a clear reference to the 80s teen classic Say Anything. The only difference is the song. Number 58. Agent Smith is a nod to the Matrix, which feels appropriate given the movie's intermediate use of bullet slow time-esque slow motion scenes. Number 57. The Taken reference is actually more than you think. While Wade worries over Taken and William Neeson's suitability to be a father aren't just an extended gag about him failing to face his cancer, it's something that's actually carried over into the film itself. There's actually also a song on the soundtrack titled Liam Neeson Nightmares. Number 56. Colossus's costume is an advancement of the one worn in The Last Stand. He's sporting a similar X-emblazoned outfit to the one seen worn by Peter Ruspian in The Last Stand, which is different from the print version of the costume. Number 55. When Deadpool compares the X-Men to Heaven's Gates, it's actually a nod to the Heaven's Gate cult, a religious group that believes the Earth is primed for imminent destruction. Number 54. During his fight with Colossus, Deadpool goes for the gonads, learning the hard way that every point of him has turned into metal. Before getting pummeled again, he looks to the camera and says, "I feel sorry for your wife," which is a roundabout reference to Shadowcat. Number 53. After their literally crippling fight, Colossus says he's going to take Deadpool to Professor, which makes him say, McAvoy or Stewart. An obvious nod toward the two men who have made Charles Xavier their own. Number 51. Deadpool gets another jab in at Green Lantern when he says, quote, please don't make my super suit green or animated. Number 50. We see Marrow in the Weapon X lab. As Wade is being wheeled in, we see a subject with bone fragments bursting out of her body, who is presumably the character Marrow. Alright, that's all we have time for in part 1, but there are so many more Easter eggs in this movie, so make sure you guys hit that like button, because when this video hits 700 likes, I'll drop out part 2. Also, make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can see that video come in your sub box. Like I said, there's so many more awesome Easter eggs in this movie. You guys do not want to miss out. So like I said, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to be notified when the video drops out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, it's always K-Mac time somewhere. Until then, guys, take it easy and peace out.